System 8, Production. Configuring data for the external optimizer. To configure data for the external optimizer, first go to the Configuration tab and select the Optimizer Template module. Select the Add a New Template option. Enter its name and code. You can use a column separator, in this case we'll leave the default, and a decimal separator, in this case we'll set a comma. On the left, you'll see a list of columns you can use. Let's add an index. We can add a constant value to the name, which could, for example, specify the number of forms. In this case, it will always be 1. Our program exports each form individually. If your optimizer requires data such as quantity, you can do this way. Of course, you can change the default column names to your own. Next, let's add the first and second dimensions, the stock dimension, production annotations, element descriptions, the date, the edge index for edge A, the edge index for edge B, the edge index for edge C, and the edge index for edge D. The production number, production date, order number, customer data, the production path, which can be displayed and printed on a label, allowing us to see how the element should move through production, and the machine files. Machine files for the first layer, machine files for the second layer. We also have the option of displaying machine files for the component forms of the layered form. For machine files, we can choose whether the file extension should appear in the file and whether it should be just the file name or the full path. Furthermore, we have the option of grouping fields. In this case, we can group additional dimensions if necessary. The first dimension is a fixed value, which will be X, and the second dimension. This will allow us to send additional data to the optimizer. Let's save the template. In the next step, let's move on to the database parameters. Let's select the Optimizer tab. We can use pre-built solutions here. If we choose the CutRite optimizer, we'll need to provide the database path. This will allow us to manage non-full-size raw materials in the CutRite database through our application. In this case, we'll select the standard CSV file and our template, which we've previously prepared. We'll also need to provide the path where the optimizer file should be saved. Use the Save button at the bottom right. Everything is now configured, and the rest will be covered in the upcoming production preparation videos.